The Marana doesn't really have anything to go with. It's just kind of like a loose Marana pick.
They can pick Mars right here.
They could pick Mars. He is in the pool. And it would instantly make sense, but that's what I was kind of getting to here. You're picking Marana now.
5 seconds
Maybe
remain.
buying some time for your last picks, especially your fourth pick, because they wanted to see what Nemiga are dragging this draft into. What direction do they want to go here with? So if they bring the Marana to buy some time, maybe bring the Mars now. They're going to have to pick it now because otherwise it's going to be banned most likely. I can't really think of any other proper setup hero here. It's not this one, but I mean, you can combine it with the lasso for sure. Yeah, you can. But that's not the hero I was looking for to combine with the Marana. So I still feel like Fantastic Five are holding on to something with their last pick.
Yeah, this is really not the pick that I wanted. The Batrider is not going to have an easy time engaging in team fights where there is going to be things like, well, the Winter Skirts to slow things down, or Brambles, or the Invoker with a very simple Tornado. And then once he gets to BKB, which is 3 items in, we saw in the previous game how long it takes for Batrider to get his items if he doesn't absolutely own his lane. Then you're still going to have the Axe Call.
That's a good point. And also, if you go for Quaswex Invoker is very early game heavy. Batrider is not going to be that active or capable of being that active because of the Cold Snap being a big nuisance. And obviously, you already mentioned the Tornado and the EMP combos. So yeah, that's going to hurt the Batrider a lot, especially if it ends up being mid. But if this does end up being a mid Batrider, Nemiga is banning away the DK, which could also be 2 or 3. So this Bat still has a bit of flexibility in this draft, but do they ban the Mars now?
5 seconds.
They've got full reserve time as well, and this is their last game, potentially, for either of these teams.
Not just potentially. I mean, either of these teams is going home indeed. I'm not sure if you actually ban out the Mars here, because this Batrider is most likely what they're looking to combo up with this Marana. So instead, what are they lacking right now? Frontline and damage? The problem is that they're already so far behind on the teamfight front.
Yeah, they need either a wave clear and some kind of presence. That's the two things that Fantastic Five really need in their draft. They probably need a wave clear here with Luna Marana Batrider, because Invoker is very mobile. Willow is going to be very mobile on the map as well. You've got Axe always readying up for team fights and always looking for pickoffs. LC and DK are both banned by Nemiga.
10 seconds to pick.
LC, DK. Trying to think.
5
Phantom
seconds.
Lancer
Hurry,
for Nemiga
hurry.
then? I don't like Phantom Lancer, but he's going to do perfectly fine versus the Luna.
It's not the best PL game, but I do like a Terrorblade.
Beastmaster.
There's your wave clear for sure. There's vision for the Batrider to jump as well. And of course a great BOT target with the Hawk. That's one of those synergies that I personally really love. Used to be a big fan of the Tinker Beastmaster actually.
They also have a tower hitter for their mid game. Before the Luna really starts to get online, Beast is going to be great for taking down towers. I would go TB, but it's not looking like a great TB game. But against the Luna, I would go for it. Batrider is still one of the best heroes against the Terrorblade, so that's probably something that Nemiga are thinking. Are we comfortable enough picking it against Fantastic Five's lineup? Because this is where it really comes down to gut feeling. And not worrying about counters. Anybody in the world can say this hero is going to counter that, but it can still end up going completely differently because there's so many variables to take into account too. TB and Axe is a pretty good combo. Faces Void could sit with the Invoker, but then Invoker might have to go Exort.
Yeah, that's pretty unlikely. I am still decently PL favored here myself, because you actually get to, if you ever lane versus the Batrider, you get to dispel the napalm stacks. Yeah, there we go. And the bans just made too much sense. This is the pick that Nemiga prepared for.
But yeah, the PL sits in pretty well. Able to, at least you've got the lands to kill all the boars. Plus the you can still get away from the Batrider, which I think is the big thing. Mirana's arrow hit percentage instantly drops by a little bit as well. The thing that I don't like this PL is the Luna. That's the only thing that I'm a bit worried about here, is if Luna overpowers the PL. But PL is already good against 3 heroes, so it just might do the trick.
It just might do the trick, and PL has a lot of area control and a lot of support with him here. I don't think that Kiritich has to fight Rari until he is fully ready for it, unless Nemiga somehow slips up. There are, of course, options for Nemiga to get taken by surprise here with the Mirana ult, making sure that everybody can get in undetected. They're definitely going to have the vision advantage over on Fantastic 5, make no mistake. But the question is, are they going to be able to out-execute Nemiga this time around? It was pretty close in the previous game, and Nemiga actually got them during game 1, so Fantastic 5 will have to show a whole new level of execution if they want to be able to actually take down this Phantom Lancer.
Who takes it in the end? One team is going to drop out of TI. I'm gonna go Nemiga here. Non-biased, but I feel like the Nemiga draft is gonna work out. Though, new heroes, new setups, a little bit of a different composition than what I was expecting Nemiga to take in, to kind of drive their direction to. But they're swapping the Axe and the Batrider. So if it's either Batrider loses both games and Axe wins both, or it's a 50-50 for the initiators. But we'll just have to wait and see, because this is the final game, and this is where we also close it all out. Game number 3. It's been a long day. We've had the previous series also go to 3 maps. It was completely different to this one though. There were stomps and upsets. This one has definitely shown that Nemiga has been ready for it, and Fantastic 5 have a great way to recuperate back into a game that already looks a little bit lost. But what can we do here? Nemiga on the low ground. BCC finally spots. Okay, Chosen One's a bit late for this. Does he level up Battle Hunger? No, he doesn't.
Yeah, he's got it.
He did level it up, and probably gonna start off with it anyway. It's not the best, not the worst tool. I think a lot of people do go Battle Hunger level 1 in most games anyway these days. They're scouting for the ward in mid. I like what Kiritich is doing here. Cuts down the tree and goes into tower range, but if there's no ward, the tower will not attack.
And my eyes will be on Kiritich in general this game, because this Luna, we both know, everybody watching this knows that they're going to 5-man around this Luna, taking down towers, taking down Roche, making the most out of her aura. And Kiritich, if he doesn't want to leave his team high and dry, he's going to have to find ways to get involved before he has his heart. So let's watch for that defusal timing, let's watch for this Manta and see what he does with it.
Yep. BCZ able to deny his own Observer ward and take the enemies with him, so he ends up winning this trade against the Winter Wyvern. Still not sure about player name pronunciation, but in all honesty, Lodin.
Let's go with Lodin.
Honestly, if the players say it's alright, then it's alright. But yeah, Lodin. The way we've been going with Ledon, though. Probably some kind of godfather on this Mirana.
He already assassinated the range creep here. Kiritich does not get to actually have the creep wave tank itself. He wants it to not go under the tower. Need to tank quite a few bore hits for that. Meanwhile, his range creeps getting sniped from behind him.
The courier taken. That's some kind of mafia protection money that is being paid as another courier taken away. 25 gold each, not the biggest bounty, but money it is for everybody. It's the small things I've always talked about. All the small things that make the bigger picture.
Asgold went in quite far onto the mid lane.
He's trying to do the same as Einkrad. And Einkrad almost gets him. He still has a Fairy Fire. Well, done calculations in his head. Quas, Wex, Invoker as well, so spells a bit of danger for the Spat Rider. But yeah, we saw in the last game, it was Aincrad who was playing like overly aggressive against Ascult Void Spirit, having like 9 stacks of napalm and diving under the tower, actually dying to the tower himself.
The risk was calculated, but he was not that good at math in the previous game at least. Let's see if Ascolt's better at it. So far, both of these mid laners should do just fine. It's very hard for Ascult to actually hunt down Aincrad because of the always present threat of that tornado and of course a possible support TP in.
The Quas Wex regeneration is also pretty nasty, plus the tornado save. The duration will increase as he increases in level as well, so that's going to make Bat Rider's diving attempts a little bit difficult. Plus, he is leading in CS 12 to 6, so that's having double digits. Last hero is actually killed in bottom, and Ladon is still challenging Odin here with right clicks. Fighting all the way to the end. Like, no fear. No fear at all, but getting the PL is a big pick here.
Very unfortunate, and one has to worry about if he can actually stay in his lane. If it's already this hard for him to contest, that Splinter Blast also doesn't hit anybody.
Yep. But this is the plan. You use your spears to try and kill the boars. 60 HP, 30 HP, salves in the trees. He even sent
gets cancelled.
Yeah, he wants to get. He flew the hawk on top of everything, so they get the cancel on the salve. So that's the Winter Wyvern in more and more trouble. He's gonna need to bring some more regen, or try to regen as quickly as possible, so that he's able to help here. Just because otherwise, this lane is gonna get run over really fast.
Absolutely, the Wyvern cannot afford to be dead weight here.
For sure. Only 1 kill on the board. And that is the death of the Phantom Lancer here in the first 4 minutes. It's more than we had in the last game. We were in tie numbers for quite a long time. However, bottom seems to be the lane of action. Die to the boars, and maybe even Kirt just quickly swipes in for one of those, and the doppelganger of the tower hits. He outplayed this Beastmaster. Unbelievable that he actually fell for this, but Karatage plays it out nicely, keeps his calm, keeps his nerve, gets the Beastmaster just in tower range as he goes for the doppelganger play. Gets a little bit of backup from his tower. If he could tip this building, he would.
For sure. I think the tower knows that it's done a good job. It's you can't help it. I feel like that's the proudest moment in a tower's life, when you get to have the last hit on a hero. It's the best you can do, man.
And they said that AIs don't have emotion. I'm pretty sure there's a little pixel smile somewhere in that. If only you could spray graffiti on towers, that would be cool.
Yeah, I mean, you kind of can, but it's mostly if you want to have a really deformed Arteezy sitting somewhere.
I don't know what kind of cruel joke that was when they thought about that.
They did it themselves, man. At any rate, this bottom lane has been the lane of action, which is very favorable for this Luna, who we haven't really looked at yet up top. She's farmed up a storm. Now they're pushing the Chosen One out of the lane as well. Look at that damage.
Bit of a panic stun there from the Willow. Not really gonna help him there at all. I was suspecting some kind of a bigger play there. However, the Invoker, he is half a level ahead. Actually, a full level ahead of this Bat Rider. It's the reason why Aincrad's been able to stay in this lane for such a long time. Once he finishes that urn, we're gonna see a rotation very likely, because the Invoker, he needs kills. He's gonna need to move around actively, and that's gonna hurt that net worth a little bit. But with all those kills, it's going to slow down Fantastic Five. Ladon TPing in top. Or mid. Hang on. Yeah, mid. Yeah, they're setting up for Aincrad. Recognizes the haste danger. Try and find him. He's somewhere there.
It's that combination of Ascult finding the haste rune as well as Aincrad using the tornado. Not just missing it, but using it specifically. That allows Ascult to make the call, go in.
Does steal the bounty rune away, at least. The Chosen One comes in a little bit too late for that one. Ern's still not ready, so gonna have to let Ascol pass out on this one. Last hero in the jungle. He's got his roar ready. But Mirana TP to mid, and he's suddenly taking a big beating. Just like
She's
that,
still waiting there though.
the balance of power just changed so much. Ascol, hold on, looking for the arrow, flame
And
break
for
flies
this
through,
one.
and there we go. It should connect. It's actually gonna. What did it hit?
In the crit.
Oh no. It's
And a heal.
just like in the last game. Bad Rider ends up dying to the tower. And now even with a 2v1 that suddenly turns into a 3v2. Mirana gets out, but Bad Rider dead.
He's out of leaps. He loses his ward. That is the most painful thing of all, I think.
And that as well. Yeah, that's two things taken away. But just like in the last game, Bad Rider dies onto the tower, but he's the one who actually dies. But it would have been so different if that one pesky creep didn't walk in between to take that arrow. Whoever that creep was, I don't know. AI is on Nemiga's side today.
Definitely, and that also means earn charges up for Einkrad right now. That enables him to go for this bottom TP. Last hero,
Going
you're
in.
in a world of hurt.
Yep. This is a pretty dead Beastmaster. No mana, no nothing. Slows for days. Heritage just needs to throw in a couple extra right clicks, and that should seal the deal. Instant earned rotation leads to a kill.
Exactly the way Invoker likes it.
Invoker's actually going for a Midas, while Ascol finds a kill on Heaven. What do you think about the Midas on the Invoker? Quas Wex, but still building it. Usually the Exort Invoker's the one who builds it. But I guess there's not enough time to spend time farming on this Invoker because of this build.
Yeah, I think that's the case here as well. He needs his levels. He wants to get up there eventually because that is the most powerful thing on Invoker in general. And in order to get levels, you can either farm on your own or by yourself and Midas and play with the team.
Yeah.
So I'm not the biggest fan, but at the very least he got himself that
Skirts.
earn first.
Looking for last hero in the bottom lane. Spear. He's looking for the roar, but hard to roar. He actually finds the right PL. I don't know how he managed to get it. But with all that extra movement speed, he's able to get out. PL gets lassoed seconds. A big ulti thrown in his way. And with all of these rotations, they even cancel Lowdown's TP with the arrow from Ladon, and they kill off both of these heroes, and last hero survives.
A little bit overly aggressive, especially with so few teleports over on Nemiga actually available to back them up if that one went wrong.
That was a big play that he was able to click through all of the PLs and find the right one.
Absolutely.
Gets the roar, gets the speed boost to run away. That speed boost is actually pretty huge.
Radiant's bottom tower under fire. Radiant's bottom
Lightsaber in
tower
this
is
case.
demolished.
Fantastic 5. Take the bottom tower. That's the first tower kill. And one step closer towards the Ancient. It's still a long way. All the small things.
Add up to the big picture. And in the big picture here, the Luna is running away with the game while everybody else is just a distraction. This is very important. She's had a free lane pretty much, as we briefly had the time to touch upon, but now also with the bottom side of the map completely falling out of the Radiant's control. And the mid tower not having taken significant damage. This triangle is Luna's kingdom.
Sure is. Luna's 5.4k net worth here in the first 10 minutes. They're up against a 3k lead against Nemiga. Looking pretty good. However, the PL is also getting closer to the diffusal blade. Recipe already picked up. Just needs the blade and another rogue.
Top tower is being attacked.
Probably bought the recipe in front of the impending death
Not
in
to
that
welcome
bottom
the
lane.
dark tide of evil into your
Trying to secure that gold. Minecraft. Tornado. Looking for Ascol. We do have the Moonlight Shadow. MLS has been called out.
Dire's top tower is being attacked.
Not sure if they want to actually do anything with it. They are moving the Luna over towards the middle tower. Heritage has to play very careful here. At least his team has the TPs to back him up this time.
Yeah.
Dwarven TP already coming in.
Dire's top tower is
Well,
under
they are
siege.
looking Beastmasters around the area. Kurt just needs to be careful too. Of this tower falling. That catapult doing a lot of work here. Focusing on the boars. Find the right boy in the bunch. Making their move, and here it comes Lodi, looking for the curse. It will connect onto the Mirana. The tower falls, they take the Enchantress, and now Mirana, one more leap, Manages to dodge the tornado barely, but just enough. Support for a tower. Not the best trade, but Nemiga gets something out of it.
Dire's top
Yeah,
tower
and what
is
I'd really
under
like
siege.
right now is to be able to actually take the middle tower and trade, but just an enchanter skill is not good enough for that. No big ults were spent from Fantastic Five. They still have the roar, they still have the lasso, and that makes it completely unsafe for this completely siegeless lineup of them.
Yep. Marana might just be an easy pick-off here, and it does look like it. A bit overestimating, or underestimating in this case, Einkraz and Heaven's Power as he just gets rooted on the spot by the Willow and hit by Cold Snap and an Urn, so no escaping from that. Still 2 cores from Fantastic Five and the lead, and Luna is getting away. Bad Rider farming in the jungle too. We've got 3 heroes, or more like 2 heroes, freely roaming around the map, and then you have this Beastmaster prepared to fight, but also ready to continue farming. For Nemiga, feels like there's only a PL farming right now, nobody else. It's not easy as an invoker. And Axe needs 100 gold for his Blink. He drops a salve for his buddy. Oh, look at that. Freshly shoveled salve.
Tasty. But yeah, exactly. This invoker has been making things happen while waiting for the Axe Blink. This is where the Chosen One is going to have to step it up and prove that, much like a Bat Rider, where you're waiting for that Boots of Travel Blink combination.
MLS.
Right into the blink.
Nice root placement there from the Willow. Completely drives off this Fantastic Five aggression. Down Einkraz moving around this area, patrolling, keeping an eye open on the situation if they have to intervene. And they see BZZ, another missed tornado by Einkraz, and he does get the Enchantress, but it's not the best one, and the arrow connects as well. The Winter Wyvern in big, big trouble. This is gonna be a dead Wyvern stuck on the cliff out of all things. But at least the Invoker gets out, but again, another missed tornado.
The Chosen One not quite into position. Ideally, you get that tornado as a follow-up instead of as a setup, because again, it's as we can see, it's very hard to hit that.
He's got that blink now. Marana baiting in the river. Look at that! Look at that! Look at that! Love the banter. Love the banter. This is the kind of spirit you're supposed to show. It's not a LAN environment, but you can feel it.
They found Heritage here. Or did he find Asgold?
Might be the Asgold. Gets the lasso out again. Connects on the PL. And great work done once again. The hero that was having kind of like the best game right now, but however, they do find the Marana. Gonna get some revenge here. We'll get one. Bat Rider already moving out, the Chosen One. They find the Marana kill, but losing the PL. This is all home for the Luna.
Painful price to pay. Again, the PL has had a pretty great time here up top because he had this these scuffles going on the bottom side of the map. As long as Nemiga kept that up, the PL could farm safely over there. But since they spent that time moving over towards the top side, the PL was alone for that duration. Asgold gets a freebie.
PL has died almost 50% of Nemiga's deaths. At least the Invoker and the Axe are still unkilled this game, so they're on a alright path. But I'm a bit worried. At the pace this Luna's farming, and with a Quaswex Invoker, I'm not feeling too comfortable about Nemiga's situation unless they start making some godlike plays with the Chosen One. Heaven's already been able to show very good defensive prowess on this Dark Willow, but right now, I'm just waiting for this Luna to show up in the first team fight and just destroy everyone.
Blessings upon a loyal warrior.
But that's still some time away.
She probably will. This is going to be Manta style finished up very, very soon.
10k in 16 minutes. Oh gosh.
He is sizable. A chunker.
A chunker. I would agree. that probably does describe pretty well. Chosen One on the low ground. Wait, I love how Asgold is doing a little zigzag move here, and Chosen One is waiting. He's going in and out because he's waiting for that optimal range. What he doesn't know is there was a Marana right next to him on the high ground. It was like, if Bat takes one more step, I will blink call and move him closer. So that the Willow can walk in with Bedlam and they might be able to kill him. But it never happened. Enchantress. BZZ. Building up a Glimmer Cape. The Power Treads also coming up. Building up some extra stats. Going to be important to have those. They want to sustain fights. It's not only about blowing up one hero quickly. It's about being alive in the fight for as long as possible. Because PL, in the end, is going to be a massive issue. No matter how big this Luna is going to be. But if they get their spells connected, they have lassos and roars and arrows and whatnots.
The kitten caboodle.
Yep.
The thing I'm concerned about right now is that the Chosen One, after his Blink Dagger, has pretty much made exactly one play with it. They haven't really had the vision over on Nemiga to do anything else. So this Beastmaster that hopefully they're going to be able to kill right now has been able to buy so much
Yeah, look
space.
at the mirror. There's two movements happening at the same time. They find the Beastmaster, but they're also looking for the PL in the top lane. If Keratin shows, he doesn't. He TP's back mid, so that means last hero is going to be the only casualty here. But I was looking at the map. They're still coming, and Keratin is in mid. He's going to be in big trouble, and they might just lose their Phantom Lancer once again if they go in. But it feels like they're not going, and they're going to let him live this time. They were going for him all this way. They smoked up when PL was around this area. But let's see. It's Nemiga coming on the aggressive.
Hit him with a blink.
Ascult goes in. Lasso finds the right PL. Chosen One. He's to pull a call, and he does. The Sunstrike on top. The Terrorize comes in as well. The Batarang moving away at low HP. But here comes the Eclipse as well from the Luna. Doing a lot of damage, but the PL needs to get out of this fight right now. As the Chosen One also dropping very low on HP. Rory gets tornadoed up into the air. This might be the death of the Luna. And the AMP will connect as well. And they will take down Rory. The Chosen One, however, will have to tank the bullets. The bullets of the Enchantress in this case, and it's a carry for an offlaner.
12,000 net worth for what? Keratin gets out with a sliver of HP, but that was exactly the intended setup. He slipped through their fingers on the top lane, only to reappear on mid. And Fantastic Five say, well, screw it, I guess we're gonna go for him anyway. And now, oh, more death is on the menu.
More death indeed. And most importantly, the PL survived the initial engagement. So the lasso that came out from the Batrider, quick backup arrived. And they were able to come to the rescue.
That was definitely a bait. Finally, once the blade mail is up, we get to see some action out of the axe. And put a much needed dent into that Luna's net worth. And now the Luna is the only one left at the top of the chart. And the other two heroes are starting to fall behind.
One more piece for an Aghanim's on this Invoker, which might be what they need. That's exactly what they were looking for with this combo, picking up Axe. Axe Call, Cataclysm. It's what they want to have. It's what they want to have. Because that's enough to blow up any squishies, and it's definitely enough to soften up this Luna. Luna with a lot of right-click speed is also going to proc more and more spins from the Chosen One. Plus the Blade Mail. So Rory with no save on their team. Again, they are just Fantastic Five are playing without these zero save lineups. And just relying on their raw damage output. Heaven, Chosen One trying to back out. There is a MLS smoke. Dangerous weapon. But they can't get it out on time, and the smoke is still up. Ascult, however, he has been revealed. I think the moment the smoke popped, one of the sentries revealed Batrider also in the area, so diffuses the situation as well.
You can see here, Nemiga's looking for an angle. Evan's already creeping forward, trying to find vision. Fantastic Five back off. I didn't get to jump. Didn't get an angle on Keratin.
Yep. Just your casual 1 AM elimination game. 10-8, 3K lead for the Fantastic Five. I was about to call them the Festival Five. But it was a festival in the last game. Invoker now finishes the Aghanim, so Cataclysm is ready. I'm pretty sure this is a call for either a smoke or a big play. Keratin walks into the Roach Pit.
They have the area control. Certainly,
Yep.
right,
Low
if
dying.
Fantastic Five want to move in here, they are going to have great trouble getting through the willows, brambles alone. Never mind everything else.
They're not coming.
Well, it's the better call.
Staying around in the mid area might be a little bit too late for this one. Arrow flies through. Einkrad. One of the Forge Spirits is going to tank it. 1300 HP. They're going to send in a Hawk, but it's going to be too late. 500 HP. Heritage. He's got to get the free stage of his life. 22 minutes in. Aegis secured. It's on the Phantom Lancer. They have bought themselves some extra minutes. And maybe Aegis might spell an upper hand in the next incoming team fight.
I'd say so, yeah. They're ideally Fantastic Five use only the lasso or only the roar to deal with the Phantom Lancer. And now in the best case scenario, they're probably going to have to use both. That leaves the entire rest of Nemiga, all of this area control, all of these spells, all of these saves to be thrown out at will.
Dire's middle tower is
There's
being
not
attacked.
much more control over on Fantastic Five.
The reason why I'm saying Aegis might give you an advantage is because today, I feel like in more cases, the first Roshan kill has actually benefited the opponent team more in the team fight because they've got a better initiation off where they kill the Aegis and a couple more heroes without actually losing that many themselves. I feel like it's happened twice already today.
Let's
Maybe
see if
even 3
Nemiga can
times,
avoid
so-
fate.
Is being attacked.
Yeah. See if the odds are in their favor or not.
Dire's top tower is under siege.
Well, they get to push the tier 2 tower for free. Heritage will drop the doppelganger, check if anybody's in the
Dire's
trees.
top tower is
Anybody
being
home? Nobody
attacked.
home. Rari going for the tier 2
Radiant's
trade in the bottom
tower is
lane.
being attacked.
And with
Radiant have
this
fortified
realization,
towers.
good glyph usage, actually trying to maybe force Fantastic Five to do something here, but they're not, so they're going to keep going on the high ground. There's no
Fantastic
glyph.
Five quick faster though. That's the thing. They're calling the bluff right now, and I think, oh, Fantastic Five, you could have forced him back. You push
And there's the
faster.
lasso right on the axe, but a good curse from there, and the Cataclysm coming out, and Ascald is out. Heritage on the high ground with the Aegis, has already one hero deleted, the big Bat Rider. Perfectly timed Cataclysm as well, because the curse ended. You need to be very, very accurate on that timing, because Bat Rider is a very slick, fast hero. And it worked. It worked this time. 4v5. 4v6 even, if you think about the Aegis as well that they have to face up against. They do have all their ultis, except for the MLS. 1.5 minutes down. There's Eclipse, there's Roar. Bat Rider up in 10 seconds so that he can join the fight. Chosen One, who was about to roar there for a second. He's waiting behind the tree, looking for the blink call. He does go in, but he misses the Luna. And at the same time, they jump on the Mirana. The roar comes through, though, onto the axe. But the saving meatballs are coming on the Eclipse charge from Luna. You hear the horns, you hear the explosions, but the Shadow Realm will keep this Willow alive for just a couple seconds longer. Lowdown will TP away. They will lose the axe inside the base. He was a sacrificial lamb in this play. But they got the tier 3 tower. Fantastic Five go for an instant smoke.
They gotta get some vision back onto the enemy side of the map if they want to be able to prevent this kind of play next time.
This might surprise them as well, because they are not expecting this. Defensive ward placement. And a tiny bit of a pause pulled out by Nemiga. Dark Willow disconnecting. They did get to smoke under the cover of darkness. They haven't placed any wards down yet. Can they? Yeah, they can see the Hawk. The Hawk just came into vision as the pause kicked in, so.
Oof.
But they don't know about the smoke. They just see a Hawk is around the area, indicating that they're scouting. You want to know? That's also why the Wyvern is now moving away with the Arctic Burn used, so that they can get the vision out onto their triangle and quickly back out. Because you don't have all your members up, so you don't want to be there. But this might just be enough to spoil the surprise. Because PL wasn't necessarily expecting anything harsh or anything bad to happen if they're on their side of the map. So I wonder what Fantastic Five are going to do with this. Are they going to continue going, or do they put a couple of wards down and back away?
I mean, I said that about the wards because that's exactly what you'd
Yeah.
like to do right now, but
Yes,
the
yeah, you did,
wards
yeah.
are on BCZ. And he is currently taking the outpost, so they're not actually getting any vision out of it. If this smoke fails, they'll have to back off without any terrain gained, and they're going to back straight off into this Radiant Ward that's been in their jungle for a while. This is not actually a good position for Fantastic Five to be in. They can't really capitalize off of the gains that they just got.
Well, we'll now find out. Game on pause. Do they turn around? It looks like they will. So they are just going to stay here and farm. That's also revealing that they were smoked up. Heritage and Lowdown will sit behind the tower in safety. Wait a little bit for their teammates to come back up. Maybe they will go for a smoke of their own, because it wouldn't be too bad of an idea. Doesn't look like anybody is actually holding on to a smoke, so they're not going to go for one.
They know where their Luna is. She's retreated into that Ward division.
top tower is under siege.
Batrider also revealed. They see the Luna farming in the jungle. 1 minute for the Aegis expire, which they still have. They could force it out in the triangle. That's exactly what they're looking for. Waiting for someone to reveal themselves. And there's a Mirana in mid, a decent target. What they do want is a Luna or something bigger. I guess killing the Batrider really opens up a lot of options.
Killing the Batrider would probably be the best option, because that is the one hero that makes the sieging extremely dangerous.
Yep. He's the threat. He's the real threat of the team fight. Aggressive moves. MLS has been used. AL already half HP. Oh, okay. Panic Bedlam. Here's a Vessel charge on the Phantom Lancer, and 13 seconds. Sitting right on top of a Hawk, and Haskold, he takes this one. They're calculating, they're counting, and a beautiful curse on top of all of these cataclysms. Oh. I can't believe my entire game just goddamn crashed. Are you there? Kips? Oh my god. Okay, my game crashed and everything broke. I hope you can still hear me though. I can't hear you for some reason, but as soon as we got that going, my Dota's just completely combusted. It went into not responding mode with that. Let me check my Discord quickly. What's going on with this? Anyway, this is quite interesting. Hello?
Hello?
All right, we're at least we have audio comms working now. Sorry so much, ladies and gents. I have no idea what the heck happened, but my entire Dota just crashed. And we're back in. All right, so we're in the game. What happened, Kips? You're gonna have to tell everything that happened there, because as soon as it happened, everything just broke.
Well, the lasso came in onto the Winter Wyvern. Lodine jumps in. Lodine, jumps in with the most incredible counter curse, catches 4 heroes. Fantastic Five get their asses handed to them. You flip your table, I presume, and then it's complete silence for me. The follow-up is that several buybacks have been spent for Fantastic Five. Last year has bought back, BZZ has bought back. They did not get to hold their racks. And big triumphs all around for Nemiga, who turned the game right there.
They basically did, and we missed it completely. Well, at least what we know, we can look at the graphs and can see a 4,000. This is an 8,000 gold jump from a 4K deficit to a 4K lead. And the Cataclysm and the Winter's Curse. I mean, the Cataclysm just basically... What happened next was my audio on Discord disappeared for some weird reason. Everything was okay on my end, but something happened, probably a massive clip or whatever, and Dota just went not responding. So, classic. Such a classic moment to have that. Probably the
It was-
biggest play that could have happened, but we're going to have to grab it from a replay or something because we missed it on the stream. That is... I feel so bad, man.
I mean, I feel so bad for you. You were going absolute ham. You nailed that team fight.
It
Notice
was
no,
a massive play. It was a massive play, and then I just have huge disappointment. But we'll have to go with what we have. Not remember about that, because this is still an elimination game with both teams still fighting on the line for this. Let's see if Fantastic Five can do something with this. This movie. They're all in this setup here. Take away the outpost. At least Lodan's not able to catch them there. However, the call comes in. Cataclysm on top, and the Bat Rider taking a huge dent and almost losing his life in the process until Kertis comes in to rescue. Here, meanwhile, Rowdy throws in a lot of right clicks, and he's got the Eclipse, and he's taking on top of Eincrad. And they're taking down the Invoker. Last hero, however, he can't get the roar off because his mana is completely burnt away by the PL. And PL jumping onto Rowdy. Rowdy, and the Luna's gonna fall down as well. 3 heroes down, 4 heroes down, and only the Enchantress remaining. And Nemiga are absolutely doing it here with a triple kill onto Kirchich and a team wipe. They will head straight towards the high ground. They might have just done it here with these 2 successful 1-team fights, pushing onto the high ground here with only the melee racks in between on this mid lane. Do they stay for more? They can only take top and mid, or then they just finish the game, or they take this and back out.
I think it's going to be this and top at the very least, and then, you know, you fish for somebody who overextends. See if the Chosen One can grab somebody. Kiritich can run them down. He's got Octarine Core and the Shard ready, so he has illusions for days. Anyone who comes close to this is going to die.
Dire's top barracks has fallen.
Leaving the illusions to clear out the range racks, which is the only thing remaining in that top lane. I'm still flabbergasted by that previous team fight. Roshan is up, so Nemiga is able to secure this one. There is a cheese, there's a shard, and with a heart actually almost ready on the Phantom Lancer, it becomes such a big target and a really big nuisance for Fantastic Five.
Shard, actually, the only one who can still take it is Lodin, because everybody else over on the side of Nemiga has
They've already taken the
purchased
Aegis.
their Shard.
PCC reveals himself on the stairs. Kiritich doesn't quite go in though. Just clearing up the Hawks. It was so close that they just walked in. I would have been forced into a team fight, which might have been the end of Fantastic Five.
I doubt they would have survived that. They need to somehow find this Winter Wyvern, get rid of the curse. So Lodin played such a laid back game up until those 2 fights that they didn't really feel the need to go searching for him. Normally that's the name of the game with the Winter Wyvern, right? You go hunting for that bird. But only now has it become urgent. And now it might be too late.
Well, they're taking the strong position. I just love how he's casually using Bedlam to clear out Hawks.
Yep, gotta get rid of that vision fast.
Radiant's courier is gone. At last.
Only 30
peace
seconds
may
cooldown.
return to these
But
lands.
holding
as
the superior position at least. This triangle is important to hold, and like you've said a couple times, if there's the best way to find a pick-off is wait for some unlucky soul to wander into their own triangle.
A hapless victim.
Yep.
I don't think that's gonna happen at this point in the game. Fantastic Five know that there's no area outside of their base that is safe anymore. The only reason Rari is venturing out because he is safe with the BKB and TP out. If there is an axe showing. If there's no axe showing, he can get found, he can get brought down. He needs to be careful.
Dire's bottom tower under fire.
Still staying around the area. Fantastic
Dire's
Five.
bottom tower is being attacked.
They've come this far. They even got a bye from the first round. Now they have to fight against a team who's been battling a long path. They played yesterday. They played 2 series today. Oh, sorry. Yesterday they only played 1 series, and today they played 2 series.
Going
So that's
flank.
a
Last year in
And they're
Ascot.
coming in from the wraparound from the side, and this could be a big one. So many things to look at. They see the Invoker Courier right there waiting for some items to pop up. That's most likely
I know where she is.
Refresher or something. And here we go, the MLS, and they're going to find the Wyvern, and they do exactly what they do with the Chosen One. Comes in, it jumps in between, and just gets them what they needed. Ascol, their attempt on the wraparound fails. Last hero forced away, low HP, being chased by a meatball out of all things. BZZ being bullied by Heaven, Einkrad, and they will take down that. And 3 heroes dead. Nemiga haven't lost anything else except for the Wyvern in the end. But Kirtich, does he have a Diffusal Blade available? 1 second, half a second, but it's too deep. Chosen One says it's not too deep. We just go GG. Nemiga will continue to stay in this tournament, and Fantastic 5 are out 2-1 in the end. We missed the most crucial team fight, but we didn't miss the rest of it. Nemiga Gaming, they're writing a story here.
Absolutely. And these Winter's Curses here, that team fight, I'm just going to describe it again because for some reason I'm hoping that the stream got it, but I I don't know how much of it will be salvaged. But that lasso that costs him the Dark Willow immediately, followed up by a 4-man curse to turn it around, into the Cataclysm, into the triple meatball, into Kiritich going absolute ham on everybody that was still left alive after that. It was a thing of beauty, and Nemiga were so clearly ready for it. And Lodin hadn't had any great curses up until that in that game, but he was ready to step up when it was the most necessary.
It did. Nemiga has been winning series since yesterday. They've kept on going in the lower bracket run and keeping it alive for a little bit longer. I mean, this team is performing in the place where nobody was expecting them to go this far. Fantastic 5 should have already beaten them, or even Gambit should have already taken them out by this point of the tournament. But here they keep on going. They just keep on going. Unbelievable. Fantastic 5 offered a really big challenge, but Nemiga was better.
They were. They're not just winning games. They're winning hearts. They won my heart when Lodin microed Einkrad for that entire game. Here again, they show up. They show that their communication is in order. Their team play is in order. Their goals are in order. They know how to bounce back from defeats. The only thing that they still need to do if they want to make it all the way and challenge the big boys is please draft more like this game sometimes. Because their over-reliance on flex picks sometimes, it gets them into trouble. It gets them out-drafted. And that is not when they bring their A-game. This was their A-game. I've been very honored to be here to witness it. And I'm hoping to see them go way further still.
Well, I'm just laughing at chat reactions right now with the game crash, but thank you for staying here with us all the way till the end. It was a roller coaster, and obviously this also means that our casting comes to an end here on this channel for the Eastern European tournament. And man, it's been a ride, a really fun 2 days, some great games, and some great moments, and absolute much fun has been held. A lot of fun has been held. And I'm not good with goodbye speeches, so we're not going to do one. But thank you, Kips, for joining me. It's been a lot of fun.
Thank you for having me. It's been a pleasure.
We'll have to wait until next time. And tomorrow, the games continue once again, so don't miss on those. Don't sleep on those. We have Nemiga going up against PuckChamp tomorrow, and Navi playing Team Empire in the early day game. Then we also have Team Spirit versus Hellraisers in the evening matchup. So you don't want to miss on those. There's a lot of interesting games. It's only the top 6 remaining. So until then, take care of yourselves. Good night and bye-bye.